What's the best way to dress a hot dog? For generations past, the delicacy of the hot dog, the American bratwurst, Guten Tag to all you Germans, the wiener, the coney, the American red hot. The hot dog has been a food staple in diets all around this country for years now. With little to no health problems that come from hot dogs, these things are made up of every other part of the animal that meat companies don't want you to be thinking about. But with such an infamous food, the iconic shape, the soft, sweet bread, the signature and iconic snap of the skin of the weenie, there begs a question, a heated debate around the succulent sausage. What's the best way to dress a hot dog? Now, in order to answer this question, there's going to be some outward ideas we have to tackle. What is a hot dog in itself? By definition, a hot dog is a person who shows off, especially a skier or surfer trying to perform stunts or tricks. Today, though, we're going to be talking about the food. To best discern what perfectly goes with the predetermined hot dog, we will boil it down, or steam it, to this conclusion. A hot dog is a pre-packaged cylinder of meat, usually a pork-based product, served within the confines of a soft roll of white bread, a hot dog bun. Will we be using any form of sausage today as our hot dogs? No. There is a clear difference between a well-made sausage and an American brand pre-packaged Red Hot. Yes, the term sausage is more so a blanket term for the ground meat product stuffed into a casing like a innards and cooked. But, with that actually, that would make sausages the umbrella category, and that would put hot dogs under the sausage category. So we're not going to be using a sausage, we will be narrowing it down to a prepackaged hot dog. Because of this, I'm going to be steering away from any other sausage varieties as well, or any upgraded hot dog varieties you could think of, such as the infamous foot-long Polish dog. Last but not least, I will not be talking about a corn dog. Okay? I'm not going to bring them up. The little discussion we will have, yes, it is a close relative to the hot dog. I agree. Maybe even a sibling. Why won't I discuss it, though? It's perfect in every way. You don't need to do anything to a corn dog to change it or make it perfect. All it ever needs is the occasional ketchup and or mustard. In order to keep everything as unbiased as possible, we're going to have to choose a control hot dog to build everything upon, to dress up each one. A hot dog available to the everyman. One to encapsulate the beauty that is the all-American hot dog. That, of course,
it's the $1.50 hot dog combo from Costco, coming with a hot dog and a drink for just $1.50. We all know this story. It's one as old as time itself. A concerned Costco employee comes into the CEO's office begging and pleading that they change the deal for the Costco hot dog, stating that it's running them into the ground, and if they don't do something, they're going to lose everything. Nobody knows what happened to that employee that day. Some people say the CEO just leapt right over the table and strangled him in a righteous fury, demanding we need to keep the hot dogs at $1.50. If you change these, I will. Can't say what he said next. Some people say they saw his body dragged out of the office for things they deemed to be unnatural. Therefore, we are going to use the Costco hot dog as our base for every dressing that we make today, or each outfit that we put onto our dogs for display. Now we have our concept, we have our dogs. Now let's get into what everybody's been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, the dressing of the hot dogs. Where is it? Alright, I'm done. Kill me.
To start, I wanted to highlight the hot part of the hot dog, part of the name itself. A dish best served steaming. The kind of dog that wafts to your nose as it's handed to you on a cold, foggy Saturday in AT&T Park. This, my friends, is the chili dog. A staple in the design of hot dogs and toppings or dressings we top them with. The invention of chili in itself did not bring forth the creation of the hot dog or vice versa. Yet, the glorious combination that comes together when these two mix, oh god, it's incredible in its own right, you know. Predating to even the Sega Genesis, Sonic would agree that these dogs best go with shredded cheese on top, maybe a little bit of cold sour cream to cut out to the warmth and have a tangy edge to the flavors melting in your mouth. Is this the best or my favorite form of dressing a hot dog? Sadly, no. It just has too much going on with the mess, and it deteriorates the form factor of the hot dog. You know, having the bun fall apart, destroying it, makes it a little rough. When you have to use a fork and a knife sometimes to eat it, I'm sorry, that knocks it down a few pegs for me. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's not at all. But in terms of the perfect hot dog, I think the form factor of being able to hold it with one hand and or two hands, with the occasional spilling of some of the toppings onto your hands, is all right. But the complete destruction of the form factor in which the chili does to the hot dog takes it down a peg for me. But that's not bad. Still an incredible dog, gets its place on the list, but let's move on. Let's get to another hot dog. But first, dog. There's something about the bean flavor and the chili flavor that gets soaked into the hot dog. That is delicious. It's incredible. I love that. Wow. Wash down with some Pepsi. Okay. I'm gonna get ahead of myself. Let's get to the next hot dog. Now this dog is a really good one. I really enjoy this one. It's got a couple of variations depending on where you are or what city. I'm gonna call it the street dog. I was gonna call it the New York dog. I'm gonna call it the street dog. Around American cities, you will find this staple of hot dog selling services. These little carts built with a sheet pan on top, heating up slowly, covered in the ingredients they need to wrap up and make these hot dogs. It's incredible. What do they consist of? You've got your wall of sauces, your ketchup, your mustard, etc. Maybe even mayonnaise. You have a bacon-wrapped hot dog. That already in itself is wonderful. And then just the piece de resistance, peppers and onions. Now, if you don't like peppers and onions and you are on my channel, you can leave. I don't care. Peppers and onions are incredible. It is one of the staples of cooking in a lot of things. You know, you use to make gumbo, jambalaya, etc. And that, just as a topping on a steak or anything, including this street dog, is just wonderful. It's one of the things that makes this an incredible dog. Now, the cons of this dog, it's pretty greasy. It's slathered in bacon fat, which isn't a horrible thing, but it also kind of raises the awareness of, is this bacon fully cooked? Am I sure that both sides of the bacon are fully cooked all the way through? I don't want to get sick from that. That's nothing too crazy, but you know, one of my major ones is the sanitary conditions for cooking these dogs. Usually, again, these are found on the streets of LA or something like that, usually purveying outside of a concert or some large stadium and or venue that was just going on. That is where you will find these things being slung out for $12 to passerbys who are hungry and needy in terms of food, who are probably a little tipsy from the show they just saw, and are willing to shill out the $12 for a hot dog. That is a ridiculous price. I'm sorry. I think it is for a hot dog. And I just need to take that into account, along with where it might be. I'm sorry, working in the food industry, it's hard to deny that getting a hot dog from a cart on the side of the road sometimes worries you. But, you know, I love street food, so who cares? This dog is incredible. If you're in New York, you can get them easily. I love one of these dogs. Get them while you can. They're really good. Let's move on to the next dog. We started breathing in the microphone. A little bacon. Little peppers and onions. Man, that's a good hot dog. Like, see, the bacon is a little chewy afterwards. Maybe it's just how I cooked it, but still, it's really good. I mean, pork on pork is really nice. The bacon is a lot saltier, so that kicks in with it. The sweetness of the pepper. I like an orange bell pepper for something like this. I don't know why. I think it looks a little better. I like a green bell pepper on something like a pizza, but for something like this, I love an orange bell pepper. Kind of what I went for. But yeah, it's a wonderful dog. Let's move on. Let's move on to our next contestant. Now, I know by talking about this hot dog, I am fundamentally breaking all the rules of this video that I have established and kind of throwing that out the window. But that's why this is not on the list. It is an honorary mention because the childlike whimsy in me could not let this hot dog slide. It's a hot dog with cheese in it. That's awesome. You nuke that thing in the microwave for 30 seconds, it's already bubbling and hot. You slap it into a brand new bun. That's wonderful. I'm not saying it's the best hot dog on the planet. Obviously. It's nothing crazy. But the person who made this hot dog, that's fantastic. Pure genius. Nothing rivals this man. What's the Vegapunk line? Vegapunk, he has the most brilliant. Sadly, because of the parameters of this list, it is only an honorable mention, but I wanted to give this little bundle of joy the appreciation it deserves for just being kind of yummy. She's got a little cheese coming out there. I love that. A lot smaller than the Costco dog, which is kind of throwing me off. What is it? You want some hot dog? See, it's got a good tear, a good snap to it also. I know. I love you. Your dad's only gonna find out when he watches this video. Please don't throw up. Please don't throw up. Now we have come to the end of the list. The final hot dog. The one we're going to dress perfectly. How are we going to determine this? What makes this the perfect hot dog? The best way to dress one? Well, it's my list. So I'm going to make my favorite hot dog. What do you do if you disagree with me?
Nothing. This is my list. So because of that, the best hot dog is my best way to dress a hot dog.
I want to keep this short and sweet, as there isn't really much in dressing the perfect hot dog. It's pretty simple. Part 1, it's steamed, not grilled. This adds the perfect snap to the skin, as you also get to steam your bun as well. Always steam your buns when you're making a hot dog at home. It's going to give it that soft, warm texture. After we steam, we drain our dog, lay it atop our soft bun, dice an onion, slice or dice a beefsteak tomato, line the steamed dog with mustard and relish, both for tang. Top with the diced onions and the tomatoes, and there we have it. The perfect dog. The warmth of the wiener, the cold of the onions and the tomatoes, followed by the bite of the mustard and the relish, all together, held in a hot, delicate, warm bun. Is there another way to make a better hot dog? Yeah, maybe. I bet there is. But in the great order of things, the accessibility of food, the craving of something quick and easy and delicious, do I believe that this is the best hot dog in all of those parameters? And do I believe this is the best tasting hot dog? Yeah, I do. Thank you so much for watching.
thank you guys so much for watching this video. This was a really fun one to make. I've just been wanting to do more stuff like this, variety things like this, for a while. So if you like this, you know, like it. Oh my God, these hot dogs. If you like this video, like it, comment down below. Tell me what you like on a hot dog. I love that. I always like learning what people put on their food. I want to know. I think it'd be kind of interesting. That's pretty good. I'd give the double chunk chocolate cookie maybe 3 booms. Boom! 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 Oh, actually, I got into the middle. Wait. No, that might be worth 5 big booms. Goddamn. Wow, wait.